What's going on, guys? Jkun here, and over the course of the night, the trailer for the third X-Men movie titled Dark Phoenix finally dropped. We haven't heard anything about this movie for quite some time, and with the acquisition of Disney acquiring 21st Century Fox, a lot of us were wondering, was this movie even going to continue production? And seems like it is, and the trailer is out. Now, this is actually the second attempt Hollywood has made at doing the Dark Phoenix saga, and I do understand that realistically how that story actually went is probably never going to make it to movies involving like the Mkron crystals and the the Shi'ar Empire. Like, Dark Phoenix involved a lot of space and aliens and mysticism and stuff, and that's something I honestly don't think Hollywood's ever really going to touch on. But I am definitely hoping that it at least looks better than X-Men 3 The Last Stand, which was their last attempt at doing Dark Phoenix. So let's go ahead and take a look.
You think you can fix me?
Jean, you are not broken. The mind is a fragile thing. It takes only the slightest tap to tip it in the wrong direction.
Charles, what did you do?
I had to keep her stable.
All
I
right.
protected her.
From the truth?
Yikes. Okay.
There's another word for that.
See, I don't like that Mystique is like the leader of this team.
You feel like you don't belong here. You don't. They can't begin to comprehend what you are.
She's changing.
And what?
You didn't come here looking for answers. You came here looking for permission.
Ooh.
Jean.
Ooh, those are some rough looking X-Men costumes.
She's all rage, pain, and it's all coming out at once.
Jean lost control, but she's still our friend.
This is your fault, Charles.
The world is on the brink. I'm sorry I didn't stop it sooner.
You're always sorry, Charles, and there's always a speech, and nobody cares.
There's still hope. Don't do this.
They're right to fear me.
I've seen evil. I'm looking at it now.
Alright, so I gotta admit, I'm not super impressed with this trailer. The costumes, those X-Men costumes look, those, like, even at the end of X-Men Apocalypse, like, look at those costumes that looked very reminiscent of the new X-Men costume. The name of the book was actually called The New X-Men. Those actually looked really good. This one looks like the effort department just took the day off. And just the leotard, they kind of look like, shoot, now that I think about it, I think that comic was also called New X-Men. Where they just wore black pants and then they had this black jacket with a big yellow X on it. And that definitely looks like what they're trying to go for with this, but they're using blue instead of black, and it's a singlet instead of like pants and a jacket, and I think that winds up coming off looking incredibly cheap. Mystique's hair also looks incredibly fake, and I can't help but notice that as the movies have gone on, the scaling or the scale looking things on her face, they keep getting less and less and less to make sure they show off more of Jennifer Lawrence's face. And I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a gorgeous girl, but I definitely appreciate a consistency in things. Like, that's something that Hollywood does that I personally can't stand, is like, you don't have to change the look every single film. You can make improvements, but you don't have to change the look every single time. But I gotta admit, I am not bowled over by this trailer. I'll go see it because I'll still need to do a movie review for it and everything. But I'm not super impressed with what they brought to the table, and I see this kind of go in the way of X-Men Apocalypse, where it was like some parts were going to be good, but for the most part, it's going to be a pretty forgettable film. But thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate the support as always. If you like what you see, please slam that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. That way you always know when I have more content for you to see. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.